Hello, thank you for joining me today for Memebr365's webinar. Today we're going to be focusing on Memebr365's financial capabilities. I'm Kaya Els, Memebr365's knowledge base expert, and I will be your host for today's webinar. Today we're going to be creating Ad-Hoc invoice. We're going to be viewing the accounts receivable, which is where we will learn how to process payments. We are going to be pulling a journal entry report, a revenue report, and then we're going to take a quick look at ARB, automated recurring billing. I've also added in creating a promotion code for a membership specifically. As always, we will have time at the end for any questions. If you do have any, please type them in the chat box as I have put everybody on mute and I will get to them at the end. Let's begin. So as always, we are sitting on the admin dashboard, and today the tab that we are focusing on is financial. So we're going to go through all of these, but we're starting on manage invoices. So here's where you would go to create an ad hoc invoice. And creating an ad hoc invoice is creating an invoice that isn't automatically generated by Memebr365. So Memebr365 does create invoices automatically for event registrations, job postings, individuals registering for a specific membership category, donations, anybody purchasing something from the e-store. But Memebr365 does not create invoices for other things such as maybe event sponsoring, or if you've enrolled a member into a membership yourself. So to create one of those invoices, you click Financial, Manage Invoice, and Create. The first step in creating the invoice is searching for the contact that the invoice is going to be sent to. So for my demonstration today, I'm going to send it to Phoebe Buffet. Right away, her organization information or address comes up. The invoice number says TBD, to be determined. It is automatically generated by Memebr365 again, so you don't have to manually type that in case you duplicate, obviously. The date you can change if you need to. If there's a purchase order attached to this invoice, you can enter that in here. You can type in the description. I'm just going to put event sponsor. Enter number of units and the fee. So I'll just say that she's sponsoring $500. You can edit tax as well for a sponsor. We'll leave it. It says the amount paid, which of course is $0 because I have not received that payment yet, and the amount due. If you need to add another item to this invoice, click Add a line item, and the exact same details will populate again, allowing you to enter in what you need to. If you have any more terms, you can put those in here. When you're onboarding with Memebr365, this is typically done already. And now how you're going to accept payment for this specific invoice. So for this one, I'm going to say check and credit card is what I'm accepting, and I'm not accepting cash. The next step is either saving the invoice as a draft if you're not quite finished with it yet, sending it by email, which also saves it, or processing the payment. So say that I actually already have the check in my hand, but I didn't have an invoice. I could simply click process payment and do it all there. Same as a credit card information or cash if you're accepting cash payment. I'm going to click send by email just so we can open up that email that's automatically populated. So there all the details are. And you can even actually skip email, which will just save the invoice, not as a draft, actually save it published. Or you can send the email. So for my example, just going to skip it for now. And I'm going to have an alert that just says your invoice was successfully created. So we're going to go back up to the financial tab, which now we're going to look for accounts receivable because I want to say that I've received payment for that invoice that we have just created together. So right off the bat, I have all of my outstanding amounts and each basically daily report of what is due. So 0 to 30 days, 31 to 60 days, very similar to an accounting software. Keep in mind that Memebr365 is not used as an all-in-one accounting software. We are specifically for memberships. So here's the invoice that we just created. You can open it or download it to your computer, or even go straight to the individual. I'm going to say that I have the check from Phoebe. I'll mark as paid. And I can enter a check number when I receive the check, and maybe if she wants it processed or actually deposited at a later date, you can attach any note to that. And once again, you can confirm via email or you can skip the email. So I'm just going to skip the email once again. And now the invoice has been marked as paid. So that's really how you would deal with your accounts receivable as soon as you receive a check or cash, or even somebody calls you with a credit card number that they would like to pay over the phone. You'd come into your accounts receivable, find the invoice easily by searching keywords if you want, mark as paid, and it'll be done. It'll be processed. Okay, so the next thing I want to touch on is journal entries. So for journal entries, what you have to do, put in the date range that you're looking to report on, click Generate Report, and automatically it's going to export a report in an Excel document with the information that you need that you can import into your accounting software. And it is the exact same for revenue reports, except revenue reports are a little different because you can actually choose what type of revenue you would like to look at. You can choose all, and of course events, membership, jobs, anything that would automatically have those invoices created to them. Once again, choose the dates, click Generate Report, and your report will be exported, and you can save that to your computer, upload it. We're going to take a look at the automated recurring billing next. So with this, you can either choose from membership or donation. So automated recurring billing is a great feature to have in your organization because you'll no longer need to chase anyone for payments. So you can make their membership automatically renew, just taking the payment right from their credit card if necessary. And not only can you do that for this, like I mentioned, you can do that for donations. So if you have an ongoing donation or an ongoing fundraiser and somebody has told you that they would like to do a monthly donation, you can easily set that up as well. So therefore you're not constantly having to reach out to them and reminding them, or them reaching out to you and giving you their credit card information again and again. You can do that automatically. So here you can see it'll tell you the next upcoming payment date, if any have failed, and also you even send this list of contacts an e-blast if you need to email them for whatever reason. This is great also because you can see how much money you have coming in and the date that it's supposed to come in. For promotion codes, if anybody has created an event yet or anything like that, it's pretty similar, except you can decide specifically what the promotion code can be assigned to or used for. So here are some that I've already created. Let's just create a new one just to see how. So for the code, Memebr365 can generate a random one for you, or you can put in whatever code that you would like if you have a specific one you'd like to use. Have the description. I'm just going to throw in 50% off. And next is choosing what specifically you would like them to have, for my example, 50% off of. So you can have an add-on, which if you have an option to purchase something along when somebody is applying for a membership, then you can say, okay, they can use this promotion code for the t-shirt that they have an option to add on, or just the application fee, their renewal fee, or tier. So I'm going to say an add-on. So if somebody's purchasing a t-shirt, like I mentioned, they're going to receive 50%, so we'll do percentage, off of that t-shirt when they purchase it if they have this promotion code. And I will limit the number of uses because I only want 50 people to receive this deal. And I can put in dates if I choose to have a specific expiry date, but for this I'm just going to do number of uses. So I'm going to say first 50 people to use this promotion code while adding a t-shirt on will get 50% off. And then choosing the general ledger account so that this will properly go in your financial reports in your, whether you're using Sage or QuickBooks. Next up is saving and adding the promotion code. I'll show you reports. I don't believe we have used any promotion codes at the moment. This will give you a good overview of how many promotion codes are being used, total discounts that you're providing, and total uses. And then of course all your promotion codes and specific to the dollar amount for the total discounts. All right, so that is it for the Financial Focus webinar today. It's a short and sweet one.